Oh, hey, I am so glad you made it to your midweek shot in the arm. And today's shot is set apart. You ready? Let's go. Today's shot is directly from our devotional titled Forged in the Fire. After the shot, you can access the devotional by going to buildersofthefaith.com. Engaging in the weekly devotionals helps you apply PBP to your lives, and that is practical biblical principles. So let's dive in. Set apart simply means to be separated or distinguished for a specific purpose. You guys already know we are headed straight to our instruction manual. And today's instruction come out of the book of John, chapter 15, verses 18 through 19 from the NLT. And it reads, "If the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. The world would love you as one of its own if you belonged to it, but you are no longer part of the world. I chose you to come out of the world, so it hates you." Amen. Woo. Now, per usual, I encourage you to read your instruction manual so that you can have context for the content, all right? In this verse, Jesus is preparing his disciples for the reality that following him wouldn't always make them popular, that there would be times where obedience meant being misunderstood, being different, or even being rejected. Okay. Now let me say this. I wanna make this premise, or as our pastor would say, I want to give you a balanced message. All right. That doesn't mean that every time somebody disagrees with us that we're being persecuted. All right. Let me repeat that. That doesn't mean that every time somebody disagrees with us that we're being persecuted, because sometimes we need correction and sometimes we're wrong. Did she say that? Yes, I did. But what I will say is that when you know you're standing on God and his word, you don't have to compromise your convictions just to gain someone's approval. All right. So I want you to think about a puzzle. Okay. Every piece has a place where it belongs. And you can take the wrong piece, you can turn it, twist it, push it, and try your hardest to make it fit. And you might even get it to fit in after all of your maneuvering. But guess what? It still doesn't belong there. So you might have been able to get it pushed in, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like it belongs with all the other pieces. And I wonder, how much energy are we wasting trying to fit into spaces God never designed for us to fit into? What if the problem isn't that you don't fit, but that you were meant to be separated or distinguished for a specific purpose? You were meant to be set apart. All right. And maybe that is the reminder some of us need today. And if you don't need the reminder, I'm leaving it with you anyway. All right. Stop asking for acceptance from places God already told you wouldn't fit in. Stop it. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be judgmental. And you certainly don't have to walk around trying to prove how saved you are, how much of a Christian you are. You don't have to do any of those things. Hear me clearly. Just be willing to belong to God, even when belonging to him makes you different. Even when belonging to him sets you apart. Being set apart is not rejection. It is distinction. All right. And you don't have to compromise who God called you to be just to fit somewhere he called you out of. Say la. Oh my God. So look, here's your challenge for this week. I want you to identify one area where you've been tempted to shrink or compromise or stay quiet just because you want someone's approval. And then this week, take that one area and choose obedience over acceptance. I know it sounds easy saying it verbally, but you can do it. I believe in you. Take that one area and choose obedience over acceptance. All right? If you're going to make that commitment, drop set apart in the comments. All right? And remember, you don't have to fit everywhere to know you belong, because you belong to Him. And let's not forget, hope still works. Until next time.